Hello, everybody. It's Kimberly Benson Durst here with It's Up to You. Just wanted to come back live again and talk to you all about abuse and trauma recovery. We have been going on a really great series, and today I want to talk to you about how to learn to respond and not react. Reactions tend to go like this: an event happens, you panic, then you proceed. No thought in it, no given any, well, I should do this, let's weigh it out, pros and cons. It's reactionary, just like the word says. But let's think about how you would respond instead. This goes more like this: an event happens, you pause, you process, you plan, then you proceed. Four P's: pause, process, plan, proceed. I want to talk to you about 3 steps to be able to do that. The first one's going to take us just a few minutes. And again, you can always research a little bit more on your own. Call us, or in the information in the comment section, you can always ask for more time, or call me, talk to me, and let's talk it through. Step 1 is you become aware that you are not your thoughts. A lot of people think their thoughts and emotions are facts. Yeah, sometimes they're very real, and they are to you, but they're not facts. It's your interpretation of how you think about something or how you feel about something. So remember that you are not your thoughts. Step 2 is come back to your body and in the present mindful moment. And step 3, reaffirm yourself. Remember, 1, love yourself. 2, remember you're safe. Now today I want to concentrate more on that step 1, is really realizing that I am aware that my thoughts are not me. Have you ever thought, is your feeling real? Well, people who know me know that I have this fancy little gizmo happening right here. This is an emotions wheel. Love this thing. I have it here. I've got it as coasters. I've got them as stickers. I got them everywhere. Reason I do that is because people need to understand that we need to get to a place where we're not just saying, yeah, I'm all right, I'm okay. Meh. Those aren't feelings. These are. Every feeling on this wheel are yours and yours alone. No matter what they are, they're yours. You can have them. You can be just fine with them without remorse. My only thing is that you remember that no matter what you're thinking or feeling, don't stay there too long. If it is a negative or an unwanted emotion, or it's making you feel negative or bad or dirty or shameful or anything, don't stay there. It's okay to even have a depressed moment or an anxious moment. Feel your moment, get out of there. Treat it like quicksand. Everyone, most people, like sand between the toes, right? But if you found out that you were standing in quicksand, would you just stand there and be like, oh, this is nice? No, you get the heck up out of there. It's going to suck you in, right? I want you to consider negative and unwanted thoughts and emotions the same way. I want you to be able to process how you're thinking and feeling, and that's really important. You got to learn how to overcome your negative thoughts. Some people are negative in general. Some people don't like to be negative. So what you have to do is kind of figure out what's causing me to feel this way. For some people, that negative thought process is just kind of examining the patterns that you've had in your life. What's caused me to feel this way? Is it repeated exposure to trauma? It seems like everything's been the same way. I've not seen any positive, or I've not seen a particular change. What we'll do then is called thought reframing. Well, in order for us to change the outcome, we have to change how we're thinking and feeling, right? So thought reframing, or cognitive distortion disputations, big word for change your thinking, right? How can you go into having more positive thoughts? Now, before you shoot me, don't, right? Some people are like, I'm just a pessimist. I'm negative in general. Some people are the eternal optimist. I love these people. I'm just a realist. Well, how about we become objective and look at things for what they are, and not judge things based on history, but what's before us right now? That's a way to dispute all the way we would negatively be thinking. Then you kind of got to think about what's triggering you to feel a certain kind of way. If something's causing you to feel negative, remember, no one has the power to make you mad or make you angry or make you sad. I know. Yes, there are chemical imbalances, and yes, there are mental health issues like bipolar and things like that would cause that chemical predisposition in your neurology. I get it. I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about your specific choice to make changes to choose joy even despite adversity. What you have to do is take a look at the triggers that are happening to you. What's causing me to feel a certain kind of way? Is it that I watched a really graphic movie? Did someone talk to me about something and it really brought up old thoughts and feelings? As a therapist and someone who has been traumatized in a lot of different ways, sometimes I can be traumatized by a movie, a tasteless joke that someone says, and sometimes just being, I'm a very hard empath. And so sometimes hearing someone else's story can make me have to go back and process my own again. Just pay attention to your triggers and what might be happening there. Kind of track what's going on, figure out what you might need, and be able to work on those. Even if it brings up anger, anything like that, what you want to do is try to really work through those. One of the things that's really hard for people to work on is the gray one here, fear, right? Fear. Most people are like, well, I'm not afraid of things. Well, let me challenge that. A lot of people are afraid of fear, change, vulnerability, being hurt again, the unknown. Some people might even be afraid of success. I know, we want it, but we're afraid of it. Some people are so heavily addicted to chaos and they seem to thrive better in it. Well, what that is really a fear of not being able to make it in a different way. That doesn't mean you can't. It just means something that you need to get over. We also need to stop catastrophizing everything. Everything is, oh my gosh, it's the worst day of my life, and it's nothing is worse than a paper cut. Really, nothing in the world's worse than a paper cut. We catastrophize things and really make something way more catastrophic than it needs to be. Let's change that perspective into, instead of that huge thing is gonna happen, is let me just prepare for whatever it is that does come my way. Let's try to be a realist and work not the worst thing that can happen, not the best thing that can happen, but realistically speaking, what's most likely to happen. In realistic thoughts and talk and positive talk to yourself, and try to get that done. You also need to discover who your authentic self is. I need you to understand it's okay for you to continue pursuing your passions, to set boundaries, to listen to your inner voice that's guiding you forward. It's also okay to speak your opinions honestly in a healthy way. You're allowed to not just be vulnerable, but also be open-hearted and still have boundaries. You can be fully present and still want to go do other things. I want you to give yourself permission to cognitively restructure or to change that stinking thinking. By doing so, it reduces your stress, helps you to stop overthinking things. Look, I know I'm that same person too. And how to do that is literally identify the situation or the trigger that's in front of you. Analyze what you're feeling. Give yourself permission to feel it. And then give yourself permission to change those negative thoughts. Look at the evidence. Monitor how you're feeling and how you'd like to feel. And then make shifts and changes accordingly. Monitor your stress levels. Making sure that, am I contributing to my stress? I found that I was a lot. A lot of the things that I worried about and was stressed out about was self-induced. What that means is I am contributing to my own suffering. Well, DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, is a great discipline of which we'll go into later. But one particular discipline in it says that we are responsible for two particular things. One, our own emotion regulation, which means no one can make us feel anything. And two, we are responsible, listen to my words, to decrease our own emotional suffrage. So wait a minute. What you're telling me is not only do I have permission and power to change how I'm thinking and feeling, but two, all the emotional suffrage that I'm feeling could very well be self-induced. I'm not saying other people can't influence your mood. What I'm saying is real estate is at an all-time high, right? Don't give away your mental real estate. Protect your peace at all costs. I want to make sure that you know that I am here for you. This is Kimberly Benson Durst, and we are excited to be able to present these new videos on things that people are suggesting. So if you've got other things that you would like to learn about, drop us a line here. We're excited to continue to work on this. We've got a few more segments in the trauma and abuse recovery, and we look forward to hearing what you have to say. Talk to you soon, folks. Bye.